Weeks ago, 7 people were injured after taking LSD at a Barrington Hall party, and yesterday, the resident manager was forced to resign. Faith Fancher has the latest on the status of troubled Barrington Hall.
Student residents of Barrington Hall were concerned and worried today, concerned that an LSD punch party 3 weeks ago at Barrington has put the infamous hall back into the spotlight again, and worried this just might be the final incident that will force the closure of Barrington.
There's just a lot of anguish over what's happened, and we don't want it to happen again, and we didn't, think that this would happen in the first place, I guess.
This room, the vegetarian kitchen, is where the acid punch that sent 7 people to the hospital was served. Barrington residents say they still don't know who brought the acid in, but it's not the kind of behavior that's condoned anymore at Barrington. So what did happen? Residents say it was a private Barrington party that got out of hand when dozens of non-residents showed up. But neighbors say it's typical of what goes on constantly at Barrington.
The night of the party, what we heard here was just this screaming noise. I mean, about 10 or more kids screaming, which is not... And I called and told Robert Dick that he better stop that noise.
Robert Dick, resident manager at Barrington for only 3 months, was forced to resign yesterday. Documents from a meeting of the co-op say Dick admitted knowing about the LSD, but doing nothing about it. For the past 2 years, Barrington Hall has been trying to live down its reputation as a den for drinking, drug dealing, and loud partying, a reputation that culminated in the so-called hell summer of heroin use in 1985. Barrington was put on probation, residents painted and fixed up the building, an outside manager was brought in, and residents signed contracts promising to stay drug-free. The residents say there have been 18 months without major problems.
I feel that we have absolutely no problems policing ourselves. There's things that people say about the house that just aren't true, and a lot of us have very strong feelings for the house, and we don't want it to be closed, so we have absolutely no problem policing ourselves.
General reaction is that one incident, in the light of 18 months of relatively good behavior, shouldn't close down this building, that Barrington has earned a chance because of the 18 months. It's clear, though, that any further incident, and I think the people are going to have to leave and be replaced with new students.
That could be the worst threat of all for Barrington residents. They say if they're forced out the way the market for student housing is in Berkeley, they have no place to go. In Berkeley, Faith Fancher for the 10 o'clock news.
On a lighter